Well guys, for all you Fire Emblem fans out there, we do have some good news regarding Fire Emblem Heroes. I did play this game for probably about 1 to 2 months. Unfortunately, over time, like most mobile games, your interest kind of dwindles over time, and for me, this game has completely dwindled in terms of my interest for it, and I no longer play it. However, during the 1 to 2 months I did play it, I do admit it was a fun and addicting game that I checked multiple times a day, and in the beginning, you really could play this thing for hours and hours and hours because all the missions, they cost very little to actually play. However, kind of the problem with the game is as you progress, you were able to play less and less and less, and to the point where you could basically do one mission at a time without having to wait another few hours for what was the currency of that game called? I don't even remember anymore. But like, you have to wait a long time for the currency to refresh there, and the capacity of only about 50 credits when the missions costed like 40 to 45, the more advanced ones. It really was a bad system in my opinion. It was interesting concept because in the beginning you could play a lot, and over time you can kind of play less. So it was interesting how they did that, and I really have never seen that type of gacha experience before. I'm used to other types of gacha games in the past, but I've never seen one like that. So although I appreciate them trying something new, I don't believe it was a fun game over time. But it seems I'm kind of wrong here. You look at the numbers here, and the numbers do reflect something that I did not expect. And that's a very, very profitable game. Obviously, they don't tell you exactly how much the expenses were on this game here. So what we have here is gross revenue. But gross revenue was very, very successful. Very, very well done. And basically, guys, it was 61.5 million on iOS, while it was 53.4 million on Google Play. So that is a combination of about $114.9 million of gross revenue before fees. Remember, guys, the Google Play Store takes a cut. Apple Store takes even a higher cut. So although there's more profit here, remember, guys, they take a higher cut. So be aware of that. Google has a slightly lower cut. But obviously they offer less features, less security, so there's a balancing act there. But it's about $114.9 million in revenue. iOS was a little bit greater than Android here. Surprisingly, Japan was the most populous region playing this game. I mean, obviously Japan likes Nintendo games. Obviously, Nintendo is it's a Japanese-based company, and there's a lot of passionate gamers in Japan. But still, look at the sheer size of our population of the United States, which is about 360 million, compared to Japan, which is about, I believe about 80 million last time I checked. Between 40 to 80 million, I could be wrong. So I'm very surprised here that, especially with almost every American, even the ones on welfare, I've seen welfare parents with iPhones. I'm very surprised to see this number of the United States only at 24%. But it seems like this must have been a cult hit in Japan, based on the numbers I see here, considering the population density compared to Japan and USA. This must have been a cult hit in Japan based on these numbers here. 66% of revenue. But at the same time, guys, that doesn't necessarily mean downloads. Maybe there was more downloads in USA, but maybe more people spent money in Japan because of their love for the franchise than USA. There's a lot of interesting data here. This is based from February 2nd to July 16th. So that's about 4 days old here, which it should still be pretty accurate considering at this point I think the interest of the game is kind of waning. I got it. This is one thing, guys. I wish they told you how much of this came initially and how much is coming now. I mean, I would probably assume like 25 to 50% of this came within the first week, probably, of the game. And at this point, probably you're getting a very, very small amount, maybe about, I don't know, like a couple, maybe $100,000 a day at this point, which is still very good, but nowhere near the probably tens to 25 millions they were making in the beginning here. But overall, Fire Emblem Heroes, overall, I still enjoy the game. I played it for a month straight. I cared about it a lot. Got Hector, I got Kuguru 5-star, Naoi 5-star, obviously Hector 5-star, and then I had a Julia 5-star and a Kuguru 5-star. So I put a lot of time into the game, so I can appreciate how well this game was made, and I definitely have good respect for the game. So overall, guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. There's a new Fire Emblem game that just came out maybe at this point, probably a couple months ago. It was Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS. If you want to buy that game, if you haven't done it already, I'll have a link down below to that, guys. So overall, we hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you, and bye.